Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Carm Capriato, 12 noon East Coast time. It is aftermarketweekly.com. We are live. It's the Automotive Aftermarket's fun 25 minutes of nothing but interesting trends and topics and stuff going on inside the aftermarket. And my friend Tom Ham is not here with me again. But Tom, speedy recovery to you. He's not feeling well. He really got knocked down pretty bad, but I know he's in recovery mode, and we wish him our prayers continue for Tom. As you know, a ton of stuff coming at you, including a shop tour coming up. I wanted to do one thing and tell you that we're going to Co-Auto out in Reno, Nevada, and we're going to have Vinny Lucido give us a tour. Isn't that the coolest customer waiting room? And you're going to hear all about what's going on inside of that place. In the meantime, at the end of the show, we do this trivia thing. Do you know that? Well, I'm going to show you guys the trivia piece here. In what year did car makers begin looking at ways to make driving more comfortable? And they landed on the coil spring suspension. Does anyone remember what year that was? Very interesting. Thanks for putting that up, Rick. And by the way, Apex pushed off for 2 more weeks the honors for the service professionals, the shop owner of the year, technician of the year, and the service advisor of the year. That's out 2 more weeks. So August 15th is a deadline. It's extended. Listen, I know what's coming on. We've got a lot of great applications, but we're looking for more. Don't hesitate to nominate yourself or a friend of this great honor, and it's brand new to Apex this year. Hey, if you'd love to be on a shop tour, Carm at aftermarketweekly.com. I almost gave my email to Remarkable Results Radio, but I think you all know that that's what I do in the industry, of course. And great episode went out on the podcast today. John DeJulius, Customer Service Revolution is the book we interviewed him about. It was really cool. Hey, did you see the splashdown from SpaceX Dragon capsule on Sunday? By the way, in 1975 in July was the last time a capsule splashed down in the ocean. And I do probably believe I was around to see that. But good to see you. Hey, I want to talk about a personal productivity idea or tool. Let's move into our first segment. According to PC Magazine, productivity software makes your work and personal tasks easier and more efficient to complete. Sometimes it does so directly and sometimes indirectly. So I've got a couple of these I want to share with you right from PC Magazine. I think it was their probably July edition. Do you ever use dictation software? I have some people that I know use it, and they just speak into Dragon naturally speaking, and it puts the words up on the screen. And I actually talked with a few people about that, and I said, I don't think I can get used to doing that. But there's a lot of people that dictate, and that's a productivity tool for them. Another great tool to save any clips from the internet, any notes, any ideas, any journals that you'd have is Evernote. I've been a user of Evernote for about 10 years now. Check out Evernote. Also, Microsoft OneNote is, I think, a companion to Evernote, and Microsoft OneNote. Great place when you don't want to store everything up in the mind, or you don't want a stack of papers. Those are great places to put ideas and notes. Another piece of software is called Rescue Time. It's a productivity calorie counter, and it rates the time you spend and helps you focus when you're playing with apps. And if they don't, and the software, I guess, pretty much says that if it's not helping you in any way, it's going to recommend that you focus on other things and stay away from certain apps. It's a productivity calorie counter. Microsoft To-Do List, I use that. I think it's a fabulous tool. Slack I use Slack in my business and to communicate with a lot of people around the country in different channels of Slack. I really recommend, if you're looking to tighten up a group or a team, to look at Slack. And then Trello, a work management app. It visualizes workflows. So if you've got some big projects going on in your company, say you were building a new addition, you were looking to make a major equipment purchase, and you had a team working on a Trello, is really kind of cool. So there's our productivity software tool idea for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I want to go into a survey. We always talk about surveys, and I've really become great friends with the leader of automotiveresearch.com. And they put up this survey, independent auto repair shops, competitors' perceptions and differentiations. I want you to take a look at some of the replies that came back. 37% of the respondents say specialty repair chains are their competitors. Now, the reason that I'm putting this up and that I want you to see this is I'm having a really major problem with the answers. 28%, they do more advertising? Come on, that's not a reason that you would consider a competitor. And then 90%, they're more well-known. Well, then do something about it. Become a better marketer. And then 13% have larger shops and more technical equipment. Is bigger better? Or is it a better, or is having a stronger, more intimate relationship and, producing really, really, really good work? Rick, the next slide, 33% say that other independent repair shops, because they're located close by. Come on. Just because the guy down the road, it make my perception that he's a strong competitor of mine. That independent shop down the road should be your buddy, your partner. You should be part of a peer group. 30% share the same customer base. That could be partially true, and that's the perception. But you know what? If you're doing all the right things to create forever customers, that's not the case. And 11%, they offer lower prices. I've got a coach, Bill Haas, coming on soon, and I know he's in the backstage room, and he is probably cringing to see 11% offer lower price. That's my perception of who my competitors are. Well, it probably proves what some of the challenges are in the industry. And our final piece of this survey, everyone, 26% say new car dealers are their competitor. The perception is that 22% perform warranty work. Duh, isn't that what they do? I mean, why would that be a competitive advantage? If the warranty needs to be done, that's the place it's got to go. Don't see why that's a competitive advantage or a perceived advantage. 22% preferred by customers. Okay, we know the drill, right? 75% of out-of-warranty work goes to the independents. So guess what? Yeah, I think you're right on that. And 17% specialize in Euro cars and imports. Again, another one of those shake me by the shoulders and tell me why I can't fix import cars and why maybe I should have a brand new business model and put up another place to do Euro cars. Do you know how well and how much money the Euro specialists make? OMG. So I wanted to share that. I thought it was very profound. And I put this survey up for one particular reason, to try to rock your world and to make you realize that some of your perceptions on things just shouldn't be. Now, every week we usually put up a survey from Tom Ham's great site, Aftermarket Management Network. Go to Tom's site, go on the first page, look at all the surveys he puts up, and you can see all the data that comes back. And so we're so happy to have Tom's surveys each and every week. But I found something a little different today. Okay. By the way, anybody who's on with us, hey, Bill Naylor's with us, Malin's with us. Good to see you all. Hey, please share this within your network. Give us a couple of likes. Spread the word. The show is getting so many great views, maybe not necessarily while we're live, but we get a ton of views. We're out on multiple Facebook channels, aftermarketweekly.com. We're on my YouTube channel, Aftermarket Weekly's YouTube channel, my LinkedIn page. I think we're just about on 7 or 8 different streaming sites right now. And we believe the importance of the data that we put out with you each and every week. I want to bring on a guest today. I want to bring on Coach's Corner and Bill Haas from Haas Performance Consulting. Hello, Bill.
Good morning. How are you, Carm?
Terrific, man. We only have like 4 minutes. So I really want to know, Bill, what are you telling your clients to pay attention to for the remaining focus part of the year?
Well, I think that's a great question. And, what I'm really trying to do for clients is help them understand that we've learned a lot in the last 6 months, right? How are we going to take what we've learned in the last 6 months? Because I think when we think about the last 6 months and you go back to March and when everything really got hot, right? And the world changed for everybody, I'm not sure we were well prepared for that. Now, I'm not saying we could have been prepared for all of that, but I think for most of us, we really weren't prepared. And so I think what we've got to do as business owners is think about how we can be better prepared for the future because we have no idea what the future might hold. So how are we going to be better prepared? To me, the first thing, there's really two pieces of this. The first thing is you have to be focused. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of noise, so much noise, lots of distractions. It's so easy to be distracted that we lose our focus. So you have to be focused. And to me, the focus should be on a strategy. And to me, that strategy for business owners today should be this. Stop doing the things you don't do well so you have more time to do more of the things you do well. Now, here's my example of this. I want you to think back to April of 2018. And the big news in April of 2018 was Ford Motor Company came out and said, we're going to stop building cars. We're only going to build 2 cars. By 2020, we're only going to build 2 cars. We're going to build a Mustang and we're going to build it was a Focus crossover, right?
Yep.
And we're going to build trucks. And when you stop and think about what Ford Motor Company was doing with that strategy in 2018 was they were preparing for the future. They were going to stop doing what they didn't do well because if you looked at car sales, the best Ford Motor Company could do in car sales was about number 7 or number 6. They couldn't compete with a lot of other manufacturers when it came to car sales. But who was the king of truck sales?
Yeah.
Ford.
Oh, yeah.
And so they embarked on that strategy that said, we're going to stop doing what we don't do so well, so we have more time to do what we do better. And I think we have to realize that you cannot be everything to everybody. So to me, that's the strategy going forward is start to look at your business and find the things that you don't do so well and stop doing them.
Okay. Should you delegate?
Oh, you absolutely have to delegate. I mean, I just had a conversation with the shop owner this morning that was all about everything that he was going to do. I'm going to do. And I'm like, stop. You don't do that. You delegate it. You're the owner. You're the leader. And I've said this 100 times before, and I don't think I can say it enough. Your job as a leader is not to do the work. Your job as a leader is to create the environment where the work is done, and that means you will delegate. You will make sure that the people have what they need. You provide all the resources and tools that they need to be successful, but you're not doing the work.
Got it. Great advice, Bill. I know in a 4-minute segment you could go on for a half hour. I know for sure because I've seen you train. Great trainer in the industry. But good advice. Focus and delegate. Boy, couldn't get better than that. So pay attention. Those are 2 words. Pay attention that I want to have our shop owners in our industry ingrained in their mind. When they see something, what does it mean? How does it work? They need to pay attention. Great advice. Thank you on such short notice to come on and hang with us here on aftermarketweekly.com.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem, sir. It was great. Okay, everyone, the shop tour is coming up in a few minutes, but I want to do this how I see it piece. And Bill, I think you just may like this. I'm going to take Bill out, Rick, okay? And let's do our how I see it. I was asked a bunch of years ago, Carm, what are you learning from all the interviews that you have done on the show? And let me just move my camera a little bit. And these were the 9 strategies that I walked away from with when I was thinking about all the great advice that has been given to me from service professionals. Culture, put your people first. Become the CEO. Customer service is it. Processes are ridiculously critical and win wars. Development or training is a sustainable competitive advantage. Have fun. Network to expand your knowledge. Run toward technology. And marketing tells your story. I want to take one of those and spend about 2 minutes with you on it, and that is become the CEO. Now, we've heard this on the show. We have got podcasts on Remarkable Results Radio all about it. One of my favorite coaches who hammers this all the time is Bob Greenwood, and for many it's an unfamiliar role that they said, well, I got to be the CEO. Wow, I don't know what that's all about. You have to actually and my belief is get yourself a business coach, help them help you face your fears, because that's one of the biggest problems of stepping into a new role. And then learn to lead. You've got to read, you've got to go to networking groups, you've got to be able to observe other people and learn what they're doing. John Maxwell, some of the best leadership books you can buy. Financial obligations is one of the most important jobs. If you're a owner of a shop and you're working in the bays and on the counter, and yet you can't pay your bills, those financial obligations are going to be there to haunt you, kick you on the head, and really hurt the quality of life for you and your people. Another major role of the CEO is to make the phone ring. You really got to zero in on the marketing that you bring to the company and be the example. You have to be the leader that brings and lives the vision that you set for your company. People are going to emulate you and how you go about the things that you do in your business. And finally, from CEO to CEO, my friend and business coach Rick White has created a brand new seminar. I'm not sure when he's giving it next, but it's from the CEO to the CEO. And what Rick says, you're going from the chief everything officer to the chief executive officer. And I know just about every coach that I know of in the industry, that's one of the big things that they do, is that you work on self. So thank you for that. And, one of the other reasons that we're here, that we're constantly looking for information and learning new ideas, and as I do all the time, share this wisdom to people. And that is because there is no finish line. Remember, every time we think we got there, the finish line moves. Hey, it's time for our shop tour live. Oh my God, Vinny Lucido from Co-Auto out in Reno, Nevada is here. The shop tour is brought to you by Broadly, who helps local auto shops grow through great customer experiences. Broadly attracts and captures leads, helps you communicate by text, collects contactless payments, and gathers reviews. Broadly.com. Hello, Vinny.
Hello.
Nice to see you. I have an echo because I've got you on here
hold on one
twice
sec.
somehow. I've got to get rid of one of these. Vinny, I have two. I'm going to get rid of one of these.
Yep.
Okay. How about this? You're up there. You're ready to go. We'll love to see your shop tour, sir.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Well, good morning, Carm. Good morning, everybody watching aftermarketweekly.com. Welcome to Co-Auto. Co-Auto is a community conscious car care. We moved here we started 6 years ago, moved into this building about 4 years ago, and it wasn't an auto shop when we moved in. So everything that's automotive related is brought to you by us. So there's a little bit of signage on the ceiling there, but I'll get this camera flipped around here and we'll start our tour.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah, Reno looks like a beautiful day out in Reno. Oh, great.
It
Look
sure
at this.
is. It sure is. All right. So here's our front entryway. This over here I'll take you in is our newest addition. We grew into there. That's our ADOS center.
Oh, nice.
And so yep, ADOS there. We've got a employee lounge area and another office in there. And then the rest of the building here. So we have 4 doors, 7,000 square feet. Co-Auto, reaching for the stars together. We've got outside drop boxes. We got outside pickup boxes.
Hey, yeah, zoom in closely. I love that.
Yeah.
Each box has a special name on it. I
Yes,
love it. I
they
love it.
will be custom painted soon.
Okay.
And once you walk in here, this is the waiting room. It's also an art gallery. So local art, so we do have a client in here, so it might be a little loud, but we have local art here. All this art is for sale, and we do not take any commissions from any of the artwork. So as you walk in, you have a couple couches, table, and then local art. So local art sells quite a bit here, and the artists love it. A lot of the artists are now clients. You can see we've got transparency through the windows to see right into our shop.
Yep.
And since these guys are a little busy, I'm going to take you into the ADOS Center first.
Sure, that'd be great.
got some-
Thank you. Now,
Yep.
one thing about the local artists, everybody knows about you. So do they bring artwork to you all the time?
Yes, we schedule it and they bring it in, and it's quite often we get new artists, and I've got
Okay.
somebody that will be managing that. So this is our employee lounge area where we can all share lunch. We all barbecue on this. I barbecued steaks last Friday. This is still in the works. Like I mentioned, we did just gain this area. This is my desk, and then here is our ADOS Center. That's one of the
Okay.
Rochelle's pickup trucks, but this is our nice open space. We've redone the floors here. One of our diagnostic technicians has moved into this bay, and he does the ADOS calibration. So we're putting in new lights, and I've done the floors, so it's coming along. It's taking a little bit of time. Another bathroom, but you can go right
how
through.
old is the ADAS Center, Vinny? Have you started to market it yet?
A little bit. I've marketed
Okay.
to body shops, but not a ton.
Okay.
As you walk in through this door, you come into the office, and you can see our mission statement is painted. That's hand painted, exceeding expectations through outstanding service and a commitment to excellence. This is the desk for our administrative assistant. She sits in kind of the back of the house here. We have our coffee station, so coffee, water, tea. We'll have snacks up here sometimes. Then we have our customer restroom, nice and clean. Also houses some local art.
I see you have Pete's Coffee. That's good stuff.
Yes, yes, but better yet is this Hub Coffee, which is a local coffee brand.
Good, good.
So more windows.
What's
Matt
going on
just
in the
sat down with
shop?
the client.
Oh, I see. Hey, that's great. I love the masks. Very good.
Yep, we've got the plexiglass,
All right.
and then the client's computer as well, so they can see.
Okay.
And then a lot of our ASE certifications and such. Here's our waiting counter for Rochelle. We are selling local masks by Amber. So she's a
Okay.
gal that makes these, and they got a little wire in them, and you can see the countertops it's customized with leaves inlaid inside of this wood. And then you've got the amazing Rochelle.
The whole place looks organic to me, Vinny.
Oh, thank you. It's kind of the look we're going for. We've partnered with the Arbor Day Foundation, so every oil service we have a tree planted in your honor through the Arbor Day Foundation.
Great. We have about a minute left, my friend. Let's go in the shop.
All right. And then the amazing part, the shop. We've got murals painted throughout the shop. We've got our mission statement there as well. So that mural's earth, wind, fire, water, and space. All new lifts. Electric garage doors. Another mural. We've got the road force tire balancer.
Okay.
Tire machines.
Yep.
Our new technician here, and then Anthony, my brother and business partner. And
Make
all
sure
new
you say hello to
BD
Anthony for me.
What's that?
Say hello to Anthony for me.
Hello to Anthony from Carm.
Wow. So the lifts you say are new. Did you upgrade? Did you redo
We
the
bought them
shop?
brand new when we moved in here.
Okay.
So when we moved from next door, we put in all new lifts when we moved here. And this is our longest running master technician, Jeff Walsh. That's
Hey,
his
Jeff.
amazing box there. Jeff's been with us for a long time. He's a great guy, good friend. A lot of our specialty tools kind of sit on these racks that Co-Auto provides. We've got overhead reels for air, for electric, and then all of our oil is overhead as well. And these are the
Got it.
oil containers that were painted with a pretty awesome mural as well.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that is. Now, Vinny, do you have someone do that for you, or are you an artist yourself?
I'm an artist in ways, but not with paint.
Okay.
I build art.
Okay, you build art. So, the attractiveness inside the shop with all the murals going on, is it just a great environment? Do your techs love that?
Yes, they do. It just feels good in here. It feels comfortable. It's always clean. We have a floor machine so we can keep it nice and clean in here. And that's a super helpful tool.
Yep.
We got our parts house back here, all of our organized filters. And you can see we carry name brand.
Got it.
OEM stuff, and then
Oh, excellent. We're going to wind it down. Thank you so much. I know we had a technical glitch yesterday. You were the last minute ad, and Vinny, you know, thanks for your friendship and of course the passion that you have to serve your community to the degree that you do. So community centered, and you've won so many honors and awards, I know, through the years.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for having me, and it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Carm.
It is. So thank you so much, Vinny Lucido from Co-Auto, Reno, Nevada. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's wind this thing up. Let's do the. Let us do the trivia, the special trivia. I put the question up in the beginning. Yeah, if you think I'm going crazy, you should try to do a 25-minute show like I do every week. Where are you, Tom Ham? Hey, so really important trivia. Let me put that question back up, or at least that trivia piece. And it said, in what year did car makers begin looking at ways to make driving more comfortable? And they landed on the coil spring compressor, the compression suspension. The two front wheels were given their own metal coil springs, which compressed itself to absorb the shock you felt when driving over bumps on the road. The year was 1934. Imagine 1934, we had our first coil springs. Well, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us, having a little bit of fun. Appreciate you sharing this and continuing to watch each and every week, 12 noon, aftermarketweekly.com. Thanks to Bill Haas and Vinny Lucido from Co-Auto. It was great. Peace, everyone. Have a great week.